Hello, good morning. Welcome to today's session of the 22 Gates. We are on archetype 14, day 15. Over 2 weeks we've done now, so I think we all deserve a pat on the backs for sticking to this journey. Today marks the final day of the shadow path. But before we get too much into that, if this is the first time you're watching one of these videos, I recommend that you go back to the beginning of the playlist so that you can take part in the journey through each of the major arcana archetypes from the Fool all the way to where we are now, which is Temperance. Um, and if you don't feel inclined to do that, please at least read the safety instructions, which are in the description below. Okay, so as I said, today we are looking at temperance. I always used to think temperance was a bit of a dull card. Is that safe to say? I used to think, oh, okay, it's a very sensible card. It means not going to the extremes, not having too much fun, holding back all the time, and a very serene angel on the card. I'll just flash the card up. Oh, in fact, I'll put the card up now so you can see. Uh, yeah, but actually, I think I just didn't understand the significance of this absolutely beautiful card and the role it plays in the journey through the major arcana. Temperance comes from, I think it's a Latin word, which has the same sort of origins as to mix or to mix properly. So, yes, whilst there are interpretations of not going to extremes, I think it has a very different meaning when we look at it in within the context of the journey that we had so far. Yesterday, we encountered death, and we watched as our ego self was just shattered to pieces. And today we start to rebuild from the pieces, but not the same version as we were before, a new version. You see, we all have different types of self. We all have different egos that come into play at different times in our day to day lives. So, with some people, I might be a jokey person. Some people, I'm more serious, more professional. And it depends the situation, the people I'm with, as to how I act, which mask I put on. What temperance shows us is that we take all those versions of ourselves, the true parts of those versions, and we mix them together. You can see temperance as, first of all, we don't know if temperance is male or female. The perfect balance between the feminine and the masculine. They've got one foot on dry land, one foot in water, indicating a strong stability in both the conscious and the unconscious, the physical and the spirit. And look how they're mixing, pouring from one cup to the other. That's not a normal way to do it. The water isn't flowing straight down. We don't even know if it is flowing from the bottom cup to the top cup or the top cup to the bottom cup. What temperance is showing us, or for me anyway, is that there is once our ego has been destroyed, or our attachment to that ego, we're able to bring ourselves and how we present ourselves into much more balance. And we're able to be who we are authentically, no matter what situation we're in, no matter who we're with. So I hope that gives you some sort of understanding from my perspective. I know lots of you have your own interpretations of the cards. So I'm going to invite you now to get comfortable. And we're going to do a little bit of relaxation before we start the wave breathing again. I'm going to start the music now. So either seated or lying down, put the card back up. With your eyes open or closed. And we'll start as we have been started throughout the entirety of this journey by doing 3 lung stretches. So breathing in through the nose, filling your lungs as much as you possibly can. And at the top, hold and take a sip more. And hold. And then releasing slowly through the nose. Notice how we've already started to feel relaxed, getting back into this familiar state that we've got to know so well. Let's take another deep breath in through the nose, fill in the lungs, and at the top, hold, and take a sip more, and hold, and then slowly out through the nose. Watching your body and mind as they both begin to settle, to come into presence. And we'll do one final one now. Breathing in through the nose. Fully fill in the lungs. And at the top, hold. Take a sip more. Hold. And sip more. Hold. And then out through the nose. Feeling the weight of your body pushing against the surface beneath you. The texture of your clothing against your skin. The temperature of your skin. Some areas warm, some cool. Yet both balanced. Noticing the muscles of your face, your head, just allowing them all to soften, relax. Your neck and shoulders to drop. Allowing all the muscles of your back to soften, but still support you. And notice as every part of your body becomes more and more relaxed. Taking your awareness now to your breath. Just observing. The movement of air through your body in this still state. In a moment, we're going to start to breathe together through the nose if you can. Breathe into the count of 4. 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale. Breathe in deeply without pausing between the exhale and the inhale. And let's inhale together in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale. And continuing at this rhythm and pace. Not being disturbed when any thoughts arise. Let them do what they need to do. You can just bring your awareness back to your breath. And as you watch your breath, also becoming aware of your heart beating. Is it beating fast or slow? Noticing everywhere you can feel the movement of your heart. And I'm going to invite you now to start breathing through an open mouth. Breathe in with the wave as we have done previously. So breathing into the base of your lungs so that you feel your stomach move. And as the wave of breath continues further up your body on the inhale, you feel your ribs move and your chest move, and then even your neck moves as it fills with air. And then as soon as you're full, letting go. There's nothing to force, just release. Slowly pulling the air up the body like a wave of breath until it reaches the top and you just release it without forcing. There's no rush, just breathing slowly. Watching your body as it breathes this way. watching the wave of breath move your stomach, ribs, chest and neck before you just let go. And as soon as your lungs are empty, starting again. Allowing the wave to build slowly as you pull the air in, and then just letting go as you exhale. The perfect balance of breath. And if it feels right, the invitation is to now breathe a little deeper, a little faster maybe. Just explore. Have curiosity with how it is to breathe this way as we breathe with the angel of temperance. As we breathe in perfect balance. Stomach, ribs, chest, neck, release. Stomach, ribs, chest, neck, release. Playing with the depth and the speed. In a few moments, I'm going to invite you to take a breath hold, but only if it feels good to you. And we'll do that after an exhale, when your lungs are empty. Hold in before you breathe in again. And after your next exhale, hold your breath on empty lungs. Knowing that you can breathe anytime you wish. Feeling the balance of your body. We're nearly there. And when you're ready, breathe in, fill in your lungs, and hold at the top. And let go. Relax. Breathe however you're being called to breathe. Noticing where in life you're being invited to have balance, to do less or to do more. Where in your life are you being asked to find the rhythm rather than the answer? Where is the angel of temperance inviting you to act more authentically in life? How do you want to build your life to be, to build who you are? What message does temperance have for you and only you? What have you learnt today from the angel. And as the music starts, it signals that it's soon time for us to return. Just taking a moment to recall anything, everything that may have come through to you just now. Setting the intention to bring those lessons with you into the physical version of your life and stay connected for the rest of the day at least to the angel of temperance. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. And as we start to come back, noticing where your body would like to move, and just allowing that, just small little movements at first, if that feels good. Maybe a stretch of the spine, a roll of the neck, stretching your limbs, wiggling your fingers and toes, smiling. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and looking around the room. So together today we finished our path along the shadow, and tomorrow we start a new path, but we'll worry about that tomorrow as we let temperance settle in with us fully for the rest of the day. Thank you very much for being part of this journey. Remember to take care of yourselves for the rest of the day. Make sure you drink plenty of water, make sure you eat nourishing foods, and most importantly, remembering to be aware of the thoughts that we have about ourselves, about our abilities, about our worthiness, about what we think other people are saying about us. Just being aware of all those things and realizing that they're not always true. Have a great day, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.